Good morning, everyone. Let me just, the chart's a little bit small there. Let me just change my screen. There we go. And I'm a little bit late coming in this morning. Just trying to get everything set up here. I was busy with taking the trade. And just posting the link in my Telegram group so that everybody will know I've just gone live. Yeah, I was just getting my trade set up here. Was pretty crazy opening with the Shanghai market right on the hour at 8 o'clock China time, 8 a.m. That's in Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, and Thailand. And we had this massive $25 drop within the first second of the opening of Shanghai and Singapore. And then it went right back up, broke above the trend line, but it didn't close above the trend line. So a lot of volatility in that first 10 minutes. This is the 10-minute time frame we're looking at. A lot of volatility in that first 10-minute time frame. And then it did close finally. It closed right here. And so I went short. I got a couple of minutes, I don't know, 30 seconds late on my entry point, but I went short with that break below and a close below the trend line. That's my rule. My rules-based strategy is to go short after a break below and a close below the trend line. And so you see my entry point here. My stop loss is above the safety line right here. It's above this safety line. So lots of action here. I don't know, a lot of volatility. We don't always see this much volatility in the beginning, the first few minutes of the opening of Singapore and Shanghai, but we're seeing it today. And there's Howard. Good morning, Howard. Yeah, it's crazy moves with the start of the market today. I don't know that this is going to work out at all. Massive volatility here. That's a 300 pip move from top to bottom. It looked like it was going to be bullish, and then it didn't close, and then it came down and it closed below, very quickly closed below the trend line. This is my upward trend line here, and it closed below, and I went short, and there's my entry point right there, but now I'm in a bit of a loss, but the stop loss is above the safety line here and above high for today. So we can only just sit on our hands now and wait. Trust the strategy. The capital is protected with a stop loss, and we'll see how it goes. Oh my goodness. I don't know what maybe they're reacting to the president's speech from last night. That was midnight, about 8 hours ago. And I was watching that. I did stay up late for that, but it looked like a nothing burger. I didn't see much movement in the market while he was speaking. I expected to see more volatility while he was doing his speech, but we didn't see much. That was right over in here. Didn't see much during his speech. I expected to see more, but it didn't happen. I stayed up late for nothing, basically. And if you're new here and just joined, let me know where you're watching from. And we're looking at XAU USD on the 10-minute time frame. And we've got crazy movement today. Look at this. It looked like it was going to go long, then it looked like it was short, and I went short. There's my entry point, and my stop loss is up here. So really wild movement today. Most of the time, this trend line strategy will work out, but the market is it does what it does. It just moves. It's not fair or unfair. No point in getting angry with the market. It just does what it does. It just moves. And most of the time, the strategy will work, but we all know that sometimes we have to take a loss. There will be losses. That's unavoidable. Nobody wins 100% of the time. You have a strategy that works, you just trust your strategy, and you win more times than you lose. Or did you take any trade today, Howard? You're the only one that's commenting so far. There's Sean. Hey, Sean. Yeah, the sell signal. Well, I went short. I don't know about your sell signal. Whatever strategy you use, that's cool. But it's a sell signal. Gold is bearish on the 4-hour chart, and it's also bearish on the day chart. So the bias is definitely bearish. But where's the good entry point? That's always the question. Where's a good point to get into the trade? And initially, I thought it looked like to me because my rule is once it breaks and closes below that, which it did, then I a little bit slow to react, but I got in right here, and then it did continue down a little bit of profit, and then it bounced back up. So, Sean, did you go short? Do you have a short trade open? Howard, do you have a trade open? Anybody here have a trade open on gold? Anybody join me? I'm not suggesting or recommending you take the same trade as me. You can if you want to. It's totally up to you. It's up to you to manage your own account and to use good risk management. I'll move my account of the way here, I believe, just a little bit. Oh, I got it in the wrong direction there. Let me move that. Yeah, totally out of the screen. Okay. And I think you can still hear me okay. Just get that mic completely out of the way. Okay, you cannot get in tune with the market. I hear you. I feel you, Howard. I feel you. I hear what you're saying. It's all over the place, basically, and it kind of depends on what Trump is going to say on the day. One day he's saying everything's going to open up naturally. Next day he says he's going to blow everything up, and that just causes a lot of turmoil in the markets. If we go back and look at yesterday, this was uh, this was the opening of the Asian market right in here. This was the opening yesterday, and I did go long. When it came down, I had a tight stop loss, and I got stopped out. But then it went long. For the rest of most of the day, at least for a big part of the day, it continued bullish. And then during the London session, it came back down and then didn't do much in the New York session, kind of up and down. But yesterday with that long signal, that was would have been a good trade, but I had a tight stop loss and got stopped out. And let's see what's going to happen here today. So, Sean, yeah, it's a retest of the high. The retest of what high? The high of today? Did you go short? Oh, Sean telling me I'm not going to lose, just wait. Well, that's what I do. That's what we all do as traders most of the time. Wait. We spend most of our time waiting, sitting on our hand waiting. Be patient. Let the market work itself out. You're going to get these fluctuations. That's just the way the market moves. It goes up and down, up and down, up and down. Now we're on our third candle, the third 10-minute candle now, looking like it's wants to continue its bearish move back down. But I'm not going to add to this trade because right now this is a losing trade. So I never add to a losing trade. Now, if it will come down here and start to go in my favor and get in a better profitable situation, then I would consider to add to a winning trade. Even though I'm pretty quite, right now I would say I'm sure this is a good trade. I'm not going to add to the trade because right now it's a losing trade. It's okay to a winning trade, but don't add to a losing trade. You just compound your losses. So I assume you must be short at the moment, Sean. What price did you enter? 45, as you can see here, chart 45.40 was my entry price, and my stop loss is at 45.67. Oh, sorry, 46.40. 46.40 is my entry price, and 46.67 is my stop loss. So $27 stop loss. That's about as big a stop loss as I want to take on any trade. I hope my internet connection here is okay because I'm in a hotel. I'm still on holiday. I'll be going back to Bangkok tomorrow, but I think the internet connection here is pretty good. We don't over risk. Yeah, don't over risk. I put my stop loss where I'm comfortable with it. I leave it there. I don't move it. Unless the trade goes really, in my direction, then I would move it below the entry point, below breaking nickel. So yeah, we just wait. We just wait. Anybody new coming in here, let me know where you're watching from. Just type in the comments. And there's Raj. I was just thinking about you, Raj. I was going to ask where you are. Oh, no, no need to apologize. It's okay. If you can join in, that's great. If you can't, well, sometimes you can't. So in case you just sitting down at your charts, what I'm doing here, this is my entry point right here at 46.40 because it broke below my trend line. It closed below my trend line. So I went short just in the start of this candle here, and then it did go in a little bit of and turned around and went back up. So I'm in a little bit of a loss right here with the stop loss up here at 46.67, just above the high of today and above my trend line, above my safety line. These are the trend lines that this is as they were when the Shanghai market opened. And I leave the trend lines here until after the trade is closed. So if it looks like I've got a bit of some laser rays here on the chart, that's the reason why. If I did not have this trade open, then I would adjust these trend lines. But this is as it was when the market opened, when the Shanghai market opened. And look at oil is going up. We'll just quickly go to the oil chart. Oil made a big jump up here on the opening. And last night, when Trumpy Dumpty was doing his speech, oil made a big move from 102 to 104, almost 105. So now gold, oil spot, WTI USD, is staying above $100. The 4 hour is trying to flip. Oh, really? I don't usually flip between the. Oh, okay. So I'm on. Okay. Let me just quickly look at my 4 hour chart. Yeah, getting a doji on the 4 hour chart. That would it's almost like a dragonfly doji on the 4 hour chart. It looks like it wants to go up now. Crazy movement, eh? It looked bullish and then it looked bearish. Now it's looking bullish again. And if we go to the 5 minute chart, this does not look very favorable for a short trade. Looking at the 5 minute chart, it looks like it's scoping out my stop loss there. Go back to the 10 minute chart. Some buyers trying. You think close the trade? It's in a range. Play bottom to top. I think is the best scalps. Yeah, these are good scalping times. That's for sure. Yeah, some resistance here around 46.63. It's coming back down now. It's bouncing off of the trend line. Gold is bearish on the 4-hour chart and on the day chart, but there's just so much turmoil in the market right now. There's so much uncertainty. I don't think anybody in the world knows what the hell is going on or what's going to happen. This is the problem. Nobody knows what's going to happen. Even Trumpty Dumpty doesn't know from one day to the next. Doesn't know what he's going to say. Come out and start swearing at everybody and threatening to blow everything up back to the Stone Age. Oh my God. And Howard, you're right. You posted in Telegram what you said. That was so absolutely true. Never seen anything like this in our lifetime. What you commented on. Oil still going up, 103.9. Yeah, certainly is. Let me just quickly look at that chart again. Yep. Oh, yeah. Oil making a big move. I was going to start trading oil this year, but I haven't jumped over into that yet. If anybody's scalping oil, that's also a good move, a good trade, scalping oil. Okay, what do we got here now? Another another 3 minutes on this candle. Now it's looking a little bit better. For those of us that are have gone short, it's looking a little bit better, more in our favor. So you take the trade and you just assume that you're wrong until the market proves you to be right. Ah, get back down at least to my entry point. I'm not going to add to this trade because it's still in a loss. Don't add to a losing trade. Oh, this is exciting. What this is something to really wake up to. But you guys down under, it's already mid afternoon for you. Eh? Well, I can't. I don't know. You got in a little bit earlier than me, Sean, because I cannot use my stop loss to break even just yet. And you got in late. Oh, excellent, Rosh. Excellent, excellent. Yeah, I got in over here on this candle here, which because it broke below my trend line and closed low. So then I entered on the next candle and I got in right here. But now I'm in a profit. Okay, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking. Oh, that's a big bullet, big bearish candle. That's a big ass candle there, right? And we got another 2 minutes on that one. Let's another 1 minute. Is that one going to hold? I'm not going to break even yet, guys. I did that yesterday, but it would have been better if I had held on to that trade because it turned out to be bullish for most of the next several hours. But I got stopped out at break even yesterday. You wait for the break before going back. Oh, Sean's going to bed. Okay, yeah, it's late for you over there, Sean. I know you're on the other side of the world. Oh, don't worry. Okay, you did accidentally took a bigger trade than you intended. That can happen. Yeah, sometimes it happens. Been there, done that. So you're in a profit. You could close it and then take a micro if you wanted to do that. Yeah, DXY. Let's look at the DXY. Oh, that's the dollar, U.S. dollar compared with six major currencies, and it's going up. So that frees up gold to go down. I'd like to see another big ass candle like this one here. Oh, I don't know what the news is right now. If there's any speeches being made or any more announcements that they're going to blow something up. We look at the 5 minute chart. Doesn't look much different from the 10 minute chart. Yeah, you got to make a quick decision there. Protect your capital. You're taking a trade. I think the mini would be 10 times the size of a micro. I don't trade futures, so I'm not familiar with that, but I think that's probably what it is. So the banks are just getting warmed up. Yeah, that could be. Yes, Sean, it's just a waiting game. That's what we do as traders. Most of the 99% of our time, we just sit around waiting. What it will often do, oftentimes it will come up just back to the moving average. The moving average, that 80 is generally resistance. You come back up and touch that and then continue. And we've got another 6.5 minutes on this candle, but it's looking to be in our favor for those of us that have gone short. I don't think anybody would look at the chart now and go long. I think any retail traders are probably short now. And anybody new coming in to the that's listening, even if you're watching the recording, I just remind you that if you want to contact me directly, you can reach me on Telegram. My ID is at Rick Ray FX. And if you're interested in joining a chat group, I have a chat group for traders, and sometimes it's active, and you can chat with other traders, see what other people are doing, see if anybody has any ideas. Sometimes trading can be lonely. It's nice to be chatting with other people that are doing the same thing at the same time. So just contact me on Telegram and let me know if you'd like to be added to that group. Okay, Sean. Yeah, well, that's the next support level is 4,500. A nice round. And I haven't checked the news today. Let me go over to forexfactory.com, and we don't have any high impact news today. Nothing at all. And nothing tomorrow. There's a little bit tomorrow on the New Zealand economy. Here you go, Raj. They're going to announce the interest rate. It's forecast that it will not be changed. It will remain the same at 2.25%. That's always very high impact news. And then Thursday we have the FOMC, which is always a big mover and shaker. It's just after midnight on Wednesday, Thursday 1 a.m. in Indochina time. FOMC, that's always a big one. So make sure to check forexfactory.com for your local times. Yeah, this is it's always the slow market here, and that's the thing about the Asia Pacific market. It's slow moving. These candles take a long time to show us what they're going to do. Sean, I believe you're already in the Telegram group, aren't you? In the chat group? I think you use a different name in the chat group. I think that's you. The name is Lottie. I think I can't remember. Everybody on YouTube has a different name than what they've got in Telegram. Well, Raj, we're still waiting on the sellers to step in. They haven't stepped in yet. They stepped in the previous candle, but then they backed off. The sellers were looking very aggressive here on this one, and then they backed out. On Friday, gold was hot, and there was no trading. Okay, now maybe the sellers have stepped back in a little bit. They did exactly what they often do: come right back up to that moving average, and then continue the direction. That 8 EMA is resistance on the short time frame. This is the 10-minute chart. Oh, you're just heating up your lunch in the microwave, eh? Yeah, now it's kicking in a gear. Just starting that next candle. The last 10-minute candle for this first hour. And I'm not going to move my stop loss just yet. Let me go over and look at MT5 and see exactly what we're talking about here. Oh, I could. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I did that yesterday and got stopped out at break even, and then it continued in the same direction. So I just want to really let this one go as far as it will before I move my stop loss to break even. Because I agree with you, Sean. I think 4,500 is our next stop, our next point of interest. It's right down here. Looks like it's a long way away, but it's not. Not for gold. It's only $30. 4,500, no, 4,600. Sorry, 4,600 is our first major support level. And that's only $30 away. That $30 is nothing for gold. That can move that real quick. So 4,600, the first support level here. Be really nice to get that going. Just check and see what my take profit is. Yeah, I've got my first take profit is 4,600. So I'll just put that down there so you can see it. 4,600. Okay. And that would be take profit number one, TP1. Oh, look at this. Now it's cooking with Presto Light. Here we go. That's what I asked for. I asked for another big ass red candle, and it's coming through. Going to come down here and hit 4,600. We got down to 4,620. These are exciting times. Yeah, finally we got the momentum. Okay, yeah, you trade futures. 4,650. Okay, that's a nice round number. That's always a key level. 4,650, 4,550. So it hit 4,650 and then bounced off of that, eh? Let's go back here and see what I got. Oh, yeah. Uh, yeah, the charts are probably, I guess, maybe not identical. I think they probably are, but it's just the price is different. Yes, good point, Raj. I mention that almost every time. Top of the hour, sometimes you can get 180-degree reversal and it go right back to where it started the first hour. Sometimes it's not uncommon. It can happen. And we got another 4 minutes before the top of the hour. Yeah, it's going down to 4,600. Yes, sir. Another 3 minutes left. Beautiful big red candle. Yeah, you don't want to go short now. Sometimes that can happen. You open up the chart and you see all these big red candles. Go short. You missed the trade. It's already gone. At least that's my thinking. You have to develop a relationship with the asset. Exactly what you're talking about, Sean. You need to watch the markets enough that you know what you know how it moves. You cannot predict the market, but you have familiarity with the asset. You've seen it before 1,000 times. 46.24, and we got another less than 1 minute before we get to the top of the hour. So will it continue down or will it do a reversal here at the top of the hour? Let's look at the 1 hour chart real quick. Whoa, look at that 1 hour candle. Wow. Massive candle there on the 1 hour. Well, I had it expanded. It doesn't look so big now. But that is a big red candle there. So 5 seconds to go and let's see what it's going to do. Sometimes, as you know, guys, it will reverse at the top of the hour. Not always, but it does happen a lot. Yeah, well, we could pull back a bit. That's also that's quite normal. You know, you're going to get a little bit of pullback and then continue on. But if it does show that it's continuing the bearish direction, then yeah, add to the winning trade. Absolutely. And Sean says my TP is going to be hit so hard. Yeah, TP1. And then my intention is to let it run beyond that. Okay, guys, if you tune in a little bit late here, let me know where you're watching from. If you're new to the channel, please click the like button and don't forget to subscribe and also click that little bell so you'll be notified. I'm here every Monday to Friday at the same time for the opening of the Shanghai Singapore markets, and you're more than welcome to tune in anytime. I'm going to go ahead and sign out, guys. Looks like we're in really good shape for a continuing bearish move. Thank you for all of your comments. It's been exciting today. Really appreciate that. Great to chat with you. I wish you all the best of your trading with the rest of the day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.